Yup. It's happening. I'm streaming some more Stardew. I haven't streamed Stardew in a little while. I didn't stream yesterday, and I don't think I streamed the day before either. Stardew, at least. I think 2 days ago is when I did my SMP Online stream. And I almost didn't stream Stardew today either, because I felt like I didn't want to. But not for any particular reason. Obviously I have been loving this game. It's been a really fun game, but I think maybe some of my coming tasks and some of the progression I need to make has been making me feel a little overwhelmed. It's a little daunting. And I'm sort of trying to barrel towards progression and perfection and finishing everything I need to finish in the game. So this stream, I'm planning on taking a little bit of a step back and maybe just focusing on the little things. So, making more money, maintaining relationships with my animals who I've been kind of neglecting. And yeah, pretty much just putting some focus on the little things. For a while. Just taking a step back and interacting with the game in a sweat-free, just chilled way. Before I get back to the eventual grind. Ugh. Vanilla is still outside. They don't go back inside if you leave the thing closed. Fine. I'll leave it open. So you can get back in, but I need to... I want to close it back up. So she better go back inside. Now I was looking into some more Stardew stuff a little bit earlier. And I learned about something that I could be taking better advantage of, which are these lucky rings, which if I take some cinder shards, I should be able to combine No. You can't put 2 lucky rings into one. I think you can likely combine 2 lucky rings each with a different ring and wear 2 combined rings. Probably one with glowstone. And maybe one with a second iridium band. Wait, no, iridium band glows, attracts items, and increases damage. So I could do an iridium band instead of the glowstone. If I had a second slime ring, that would be amazing. The preventing damage from slimes. I don't remember if I purchased that from that one place or not, but I'll look into that. I'd also be interested in crafting another one of these. See what we get. Oh, and something else I found out. Another weird discovery I made. I've known about the obelisks for a while now. I've even gained access to them. I have the ability to get them from the wizard now. What I didn't know is that they warp you to the location of whichever obelisk you get for free. So I could be getting warp obelisks, or obelisks, instead of using warp totems all the time. Which makes travel a lot easier now. That would work best if I paired it with the Staff of Return, but that thing is quite expensive, being purchased from Krobus for a lot of money. I don't remember how much. I think it was something like 2 million, maybe. So I would have to save up quite a lot for that. I think, are these guys open again yet? No, it's at 2 PM they open. So I'll return in a little bit. You gonna go inside? Here, 1 iridium band to combine with 1 of the lucky rings. Right. I don't technically need to combine the other one with anything else. I just want to. And honestly, I wouldn't mind taking this off to have, well, both of these off, I guess, to have 2 iridium bands, one with prevents damage from slimes and the other with, well, no, that's not how that works. I would be giving up the effects of this to have, yeah, technically, in quotations, 2 iridium bands. I need to shut up because I'm not saying any of the correct words. I need to think about my words before I say them. I would be taking off both of these, and I would have 2 lucky rings, one with the effects of an iridium band, and one with the effects of the slime ring, preventing damage from slimes. I don't know why it took me, like, so much brain power to get to that conclusive thought. I don't think very good sometimes. I am a little sheepish today, currently, which is why I almost wasn't gonna stream today. I was thinking I should just do something else and stream tomorrow when I have more energy, but why wait, you know? Alright. What do you sell? Slime Charmer Ring. It's quite a lot. But I think it's worthwhile. I think burglar's rings will be good to invest in the future as well, but now I just want a slime charmer. I forgot you can also buy galaxy swords now. So I don't even need a prismatic shard for when I want my next galaxy sword to turn into the infinity blade or whatever, but I don't know, I'll probably still just go through the desert to get the next one. Depends on how much money I need by the time I have access to that. So now if I go Lucky Ring, Slime Charmer, I would now be able to do this, and I have 2 instances of +1 luck. I'd say make this probably my general use ring setup. The Iridium Band with Slime Charmer, which these together both have, but also with the gain a little bit of health and energy when I slay monsters. While this setup is just this ring with +2 luck. essentially. And I made these rings because I want to use them. Next time I go hunting for treasure rooms in... Alright, you have to cook it. Next time I go hunting for treasure rooms in the Skull Caverns, I intend to use those rings alongside anything else. Luck food, on a good luck day. Just whatever factors contribute. I'm also gonna quickly stop by the wizards. It also wouldn't have been a bad idea to check out the sewers. Check in with Krobus. Because I don't remember how much he's selling that Staff of Return for. Okay, so immediately I see each obelisk is 5,000. 500,000, sorry. The Earth obelisk, which warps you to the mountains, isn't even that bad. 10 iridium, 10 earth crystals, very doable. To the beach. Looks like all of them cost iridium. This takes clams and coral. Just 10 coconuts and 10 cactus fruit. 10 dragon's tea. Oh, shoot. Here's me just now realizing. Okay, so 1 million each for the desert and the island. Plus a lot of iridium. I was gonna say this one would, it looks like the hardest because it takes bananas, and that's the one thing I haven't obtained yet. But I've also, I don't think I've ever had... If you look, I've made almost 3 million total. I don't think I've ever had 1 million gold at once, at one time. But I've got a bunch of ancient fruit currently growing on the farm. A big patch of it. Hopefully selling that a few times gets me up there. I'm likely going to invest in the desert obelisk before the island one. Because more frequent visits to Skull Cavern is more important, I would say. I can come here, check, like, fortune teller. Today would have been a very high luck day, but like I say, I'm trying to downplay this session a little bit. Take it a little slower, more chill, like. That doesn't mean I can't prepare for future grindy streams and sessions. Like today, I'm gonna spend a bunch of time looking for that prismatic butterfly, because I can. Spirits are very happy today. You know what? They'll be happy again on another day. Oh shoot. Are my tea plants producing now? Yes, they are. It's, I think, every day in the final week of a year. So I haven't sold tea leaves yet, and I just sold 27, so that will contribute to the monoculture and polyculture achievements, which is selling every plant and selling... Or no, it's shipping every shippable item in here, and it's selling 15 of each growable crop. So that obviously doesn't include things like duck feathers or even purple mushrooms. But like your artichokes and your radishes. Oh shoot! That is, I've heard about these. That is my first large crop. What a day. So hold on, before time gets ahead of us here, I'm gonna take my horse out, and we're gonna go searching for the prismatic butterfly. Then when I get back, harvest everything, check in with the animals, do all that good stuff. That is insane to me. That I got one of those. I think it just gives you a bunch of like the crop that it is when you harvest it. That's all it really does, but that's cool nonetheless. What am I gonna plant back down in its place, though, if anything? Because we're kind of coming to the end of spring here. That wasn't the prismatic butterfly, was it? And I just missed it. I think it was just a regular butterfly. I've been noticing Stardew Valley music in the background of a lot more videos lately. That... Sorry about world's loudest vehicle. Probably go for this, just because I've been meaning to collect more stone anyway. But yeah, that Stardew music has probably already been in a lot of videos that I've watched online. But only now that I've been playing through the game have I actually started taking notice. And every time I do, I'm like neuron activated mode. Where it's like, hey, I know that game. I know where that song comes from. Right, I forgot I also had this going. Yeah, that's gonna get finished today, of course. See some regular butterflies hanging around. No prizzies yet. Let's see, spring onion. Walking all the way up to Krobus like this is taking some time. But I just wanted to check. It is indeed 2 million, like I remembered. I don't know if it can ever be in the secret woods. I don't think I've ever checked for one in here. But if it can be here, it isn't. It's nowhere I haven't really checked, to be honest. So I'm not sure where we might find it. I don't know if it could be up around the train station. I could teleport to the mines and take a gander. There are no butterflies whatsoever up here. Somewhere else I haven't really checked is just in the spots that aren't suitable for horses. I never really come through these sort of zones. So when I'm looking for the prismatic butterfly, it's like I don't want to be slow. It's kind of slow to check these areas where horses can't really get through. This is another book I've been meaning to find. I don't mind dropping a quick 20,000 on that, because I have a lot of artifacts saved up that I have seriously zero use for. And that's actually the final book. I didn't even realize we were at that point already. Yeah, because last time we got like this and the crabbing. Thing, yeah, here, Alleyway Buffet and Diamond Hunter we got. So yeah, I forgot we were at a point where that was able to be purchased. Or well, I forgot we were at the point where that was the last book I needed to purchase and buy. And read. So... 196. Let's just say 202. Okay. Robin wants me to get 200 and... oh no, 1,000. She wants me to get 1,025 stone. Isn't that funny? I will probably take a few bombs to the quarry or something to get everything I need. Forgot I was gonna do that. Let's throw a bunch of this stuff away. I'm going to quickly harvest the jade. And at least check in on the greenhouse, nothing. Oh, and before I harvest that stuff, let's not forget. Farmer's lunch for +3 farming. To hopefully get some higher quality stuff. Now I'm very excited to see how much cauliflower we get from a large cauliflower. Harvesting all these potatoes first real quick. That's a lot of potato. And that's a lot of moolah. Wow. Alright. 25. Were they all regular cauliflowers though? I didn't see. They might have been of varying qualities, I'm not sure. I think ancient fruit takes something like a full season to grow. And then it produces over a certain amount of time. All the way through maybe part of spring, I don't remember, but definitely all of summer and all of fall up until winter again. So hopefully with this fairly large patch of ancient fruit here, we'll get a good amount sold by the end of the year, or you know, by the time it's winter again. And that'll be amazing. I think this is another huge earning day for us, though, which I'm very excited for. They are trying to sleep, which means I can't befriend them currently. It's a little unfortunate. I should have gotten around to that before the crops. But it is what it is. What was that? I got a do-do-do-do-do. What achievement was that? Oh, well read, probably. I don't know if that was it triggering in game. Oh no, it's the sound of a quest. Right, the crop order. I'm gonna be working on the stone today, so it doesn't matter what this says. The spirits are neutral anyway, so it's okay. It's not super important that I collect all these tea leaves every day. I'll probably keep them in the fridge, because I assume I'll be able to brew tea with them, and that could be kind of fun. The reason I'm keeping one on me currently is because I have a theory, and I bet I'm correct about the theory, and that all I care about right now is finding out if I am correct. Oh! I planted parsnips here? I thought I planted more kale, to be honest. Should I plant more parsnips? I could. It's the last day of the month anyway, or the last week of the season. And I'm only growing them to let me cook more farmers' lunches, or whatever they were called. Just take omelette and parsnip. And omelettes take eggs and milk. So I should save some milk too. Eggs I can save up plenty of, but I haven't been saving up milk. And yeah, I was right that those start producing actual fruit within the last week of the month. It doesn't take the full month to grow. 2 PM, 9 AM and 2 PM. I will be attending the flower dance, even though practically nothing new happens at the flower dance every year. I like dancing with my wife. This is year 4, the 4th flower dance. I find it fun that the first flower dance, I didn't dance with anyone. I was strangers with everyone. And then I think the second flower dance, by that point I was already married to Abigail. So every flower dance since, she's been my wife. She didn't want to dance with me one year. The next year, she's my wife. Okay. Is there anything else I can get done today? Oh, I need to check in with my animals. I will do that. Next, actually, I'll do that now. No reason to delay it. I'm gonna need to think of more bunny names or rabbit names. I think I could squeeze a few out of the Pokemon franchise, but I don't know if there's 12 total names I can think of. I've got my Toriel and my Asriel, or yeah, my Toriel and my Asriel. I could eke another one out of, another 2 actually out of the Toby Fox cinematic universe in Asgore and Rousey if I wanted to. I don't know if there are any more in the Sonic franchise outside of Cream and Vanilla, who I've already got. So I would only need 6 more name ideas. Oh right, that's what else I was gonna do today. Mine. Collect stone. Did she bug out, or is she genuinely just standing there like that? Yeah, I wanted to see if... I was curious to see if for Caroline... who I can't for the life of me find here. I thought I was already at max hearts with her, but I guess I'm not. Really, it's only a liked gift. I thought it would have been a loved gift. Did she genuinely tweak out, or is that like she's just standing there? I've never seen her look like that before. Also, Jody blocking my path right there. Oh, they must be she must be getting ready for the aerobics club, because I just saw Robin coming down. I'll grab my blessings real quick. Probably a couple of these. Just because being in the quarry means moving on foot. Another butterfly. I get that a lot. No, I want to go to the quarry first. Wow, that already fulfills quite a lot of the quest. It obviously completes the quest to just get the 25. But the quest for 1,000. It also helps out a lot with that. I should be collecting stone more often, because especially these days, I need it for quite a few recipes. And I craft with it a lot more than I used to. But I'm collecting it less, so my supply that had built up is depleting itself. And I need to resupply. See, this is why I like Slime Charmer so much. Don't even need to worry about these guys. Can pretend they don't even exist. And it's just convenient more than anything, you know? It's definitely a great thing to have in the Skull Cavern, because the large slimes don't so much pack a punch on their own, but like when you slash them up and all the little guys come out, it can be a little scary. Ice rod? That's an interesting thing. I've never used another weapon that wasn't just a sword in this game. Can I? How? Oh, it's a trinket. I'm cool with my my little fairy that I have. Oh, these guys can drop artifact troves. Guess I know what I'm spending part of tomorrow doing. Maybe. Businesses do open at 9. So I can just go to the flower dance after. I think I will open the artifact trove, bring some artifacts with me, or the artifact trove in this golden mystery box I just got. Bring whatever I get from those with me, and the artifacts that I have, to sell those to clear space, get rid of all these useless items I have. And now because I read the treasure appraisal guide, I should get a little bit more money for doing that than I otherwise would have. I need to talk to Robin today as well. I can't forget. These to put in chests, these to bring with me tomorrow. Can get some use out of that. Let's also go through this. If that gold count is the adjusted price based on the thing I have, I could see some things here being more worth bringing with me than others, but geez, like especially stuff like that. But it's mostly just to clear space, like I say, so. Yeah, and I need to talk to Robin, so let's go do that. So tomorrow morning, harvest anything that needs to be harvested. Ah, here she is. I'm also going to turn in this prize ticket, but I was also about to say collect the prize ticket from the cauliflower quest. Sell artifacts in town. Open these things I have at Clint. And then round everything off by hanging out at the flower dance. There's the wife. Just thought I'd give you a gift. So I got 34,000. I should have checked how much of that came from the ancient fruit. No sign of the wife this morning? I was hoping to give her a gift before the flower dance. Thank you, Clint. We have another large harvest of jade. And a large harvest of ancient fruit in here, which I don't remember when that would have happened, but it seems all the ancient fruit in the greenhouse has synced up with each other. Maybe it was while I spent multiple days on Ginger Island. Like, I spent 5-ish days, maybe, on Ginger Island. Just doing volcano stuff. So maybe it happened then and I just didn't realize I had done that. So yeah, like I say, real quick before I forget to, check in with the animals. I can't believe I did that. I only just realized I did that. When I was talking about, like, rabbit names, I said Azriel and Rousey. Because I have goats named Azriel and Toriel. But that's just that they're freaking goats, not rabbits. What a genius I am, huh? Oh, this is locked today? Are all businesses locked? Because it's the flower dance. That's fair. Even the museum? Dude, Gunther doesn't even go to those events. But I guess everyone else does, so he's closed. Would Abigail get jealous if I asked someone else to dance with me? I wonder what she would say. Like, anyone that I asked to be my dance partner, what they would say. They'd be like, aren't you married? I don't want to ask someone else to be my dance partner though, and then I'm unable to ask Abigail. Like, I'm unable to change my choice. So I'm just gonna be normal and dance with my wife. Actually, let's see now if I am able to change my decision. Well, I can't talk to her anymore. Who else dances? Does Leah dance? I think she does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it closes off the option to ask people to dance. Which makes sense. That was fun. Time to go home. Tomorrow is when I'll actually do the stuff I was hoping to do in town today. I think all I sold yesterday was the batch of ancient fruit that was ready. And honestly, it didn't even sell for that much. What's the story with starfruit? I assume it's a summer crop. It feels like a summer crop. Hot, humid weather. 13 days to mature in the summer. If I wanted to prepare some starfruit seeds, I could aim to plant starfruit over one of these full patches and do that twice in the year. If I seed make these 9, that lowers the amount I'd have to buy from Sandy. And then what? Do I just make like... Do I just go and make like a total 48 kegs? To, oops. To transform it into, like, wine. And then sell all the wine. Ooh. I don't see myself having the patience to let it age further in the cellar. Which is an option I would have, technically. But at least turning it into wine, I can see being worth it. Whoops, what am I doing? Town. Do this one first. One of those. Oh, and a golden pumpkin. I think Abigail loves these. So is it Gunther? Where do you sell these? Oh, I guess you just ship them. I guess that makes sense. You just ship them. I also meant to go to Lewis's, but I forgot. Also, the reason I'm coming to Robin's right now is because I was vaguely in the back of my head. Sorry. I was vaguely in the back of my head thinking about buying a new shed for the kegs, but then I realized I don't even have the resources on me. Money, yes. Resources, no. So I'm kind of a mess today. I'm about halfway through the stone and about halfway through the time to get it. I'll take that. Crab cakes and lucky lunches are both actually pretty good for their respective buffs. Speed and defense plus 3 luck. I haven't taken care of the animals yet today. But I will. Real quick and then I'll... Ooh, I'm doing a lot at once here, but with the use of some warp things, totems, I can hopefully get more done at once here. Mountains and farm I'll take. I have to drive myself today, but I still have to pay for the ticket. That makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? I think the amount of seeds I already had was like 14. But I'll still buy the full amount I would have needed anyway. Just because it will lessen the amount I need to make with the starfruit. Anyway, that's true. If I use some of my yield to make more seeds, that's less getting turned into wine, so... Now we warp to the mountains. That gets us quick access to the mines. Gonna check the quarry. I cleared it like a couple days ago, so... nothing much to see here. But the mines... let's check some of these sorts of levels and... see what sort of damage we can do. Did these guys drop stone when they died? They do. Just because I'm only bombing large deposits doesn't mean I can't quickly pick individual rocks along the way. I don't like how dark these segments are. Maybe it is just worth going deeper. It's a lot more ore though. And ore doesn't give you stone, last I checked. Okay, this is a huge floor here. Let's keep this floor in mind in case we need to, which we probably will do, take another dive inside the mine. The stone. There you go. What was the recipe for these again? I could craft some more before coming into the mines tomorrow. They are quite fun to use. Yeah, I didn't stream Stardew a couple days ago. I think I last streamed it like a few days ago, so not yesterday or the day before that, but the day before that. The following day after my last Stardew stream, I streamed my SMP Online art gallery tour slash exploration stream. Yesterday I think I just felt a little tired, a little like exhausted, a little bit unwell. And in terms of wellness, I still feel a little today. Get it as in like unwell. I don't feel amazing. And so last night I had like a whole abundance of like interesting dreams. A lot of nonsensical stuff, but some like a little bit of like heavy hitting things in there as well. Like, dude, the amount of times I've had some insane dream about like my mom since she died. Like a little over 3 years ago now. It's kind of insane. The first dream I ever had about her after she died, I was at her place, right? Her flat, her apartment, whatever. And I was sitting in like just the main area and she came walking in from the kitchen. And I looked at her and I was like, oh my god, I never thought like I would see you again. And that was a crazy dream for me to have day one. I was kind of like taken aback by that one. And I've had a lot of interesting dreams like that since then. Now, the one I had last night, I'd like traveled overseas to some tropical climate place. I don't know where, just somewhere non-specific because, you know, it's a dream. And she was there with some guy that I guess she was dating. And she was talking about how she was gonna live there. And I was getting really upset because it meant I wouldn't see her again, or at least not as much. So I was like really sad. And I equate that a little bit to like real life. So I literally remember as like a kid, any day that I would see her, that she would like come visit me, because I lived with my grandparents growing up. Because she was a bit unstable during the time of my youth. You know, she had me when she was like 16, 17. So, like, not one little bit do I blame her for not being like an active parent. Let's face it, let's be real. She was still just a kid. But I remember any day she would come visit me and I would like see her appear in the garden. My whole world lit up, you know. I didn't care what she was doing, who she was, like, as a person. I just would look and be like, yo, that's my mom, and I love her. And I'd be so stoked that she was there. Ooh, these are ready. Quality doesn't matter because I'm not seed making them. Because it's like the end of the month anyway. I will be storing them in here though, for future use in cooking. And yeah, part of why I sort of attribute that dream to like my real life thoughts and feelings about her is because for a lot of our lives, she was living like decently far away from me with a guy that she was seeing, that she was dating. That I don't think I ever met many times, like in person. I think I saw him like a few times, but they were living in like London together. So like a decent distance away from me. And yeah, I didn't get to see her that often, and that kind of upset me. So I had this like parallel style of dream, like parallel to reality type dream about her. I kind of hate whenever I dream about her, because like on one hand, I get to see her and interact with her again. Like dreams are a powerful thing. If you dream about someone you lost, you in your mind, like usually most of the time, at least for me anyway, fully believe it's reality in that moment. Just the kicker is when you wake up, and this happens to me a lot. I wake up and it makes me question reality like a lot. So there have been times where I've sorry, world's loudest motorcycle just went by. But there have been times where I've woken up from that type of dream and I've like physically had to remind myself like that she isn't around anymore, and it sucks, man. I hate that shit. Like my brain can't remember if she's actually gone or not, and then I have to be like, oh yeah, she is, and she ain't coming back. That slap in the face when you wake up is like, I hate it so much. And honestly, I can't remember many dreams about my mum that I've had. I feel like I only remember the first dream I had after she died, and whatever the most recent dream about her I had would have been at that time. Because that first dream is one that I'll never forget. Just personally, that's the way I feel about that. I'm never gonna forget that dream. But just one of these days, I feel like I want to have a dream about her that is good, you know? Like, isn't some sort of, like, horror type dream. Not like a nightmare, you know? Like, a nightmare would be like if I dreamed about her and she was in the dream, but she turned into like some type of like horror creature that was like morphed and fucked up looking. Like that would be... I hate that I even put that idea in my head, because now it might be in the back of my mind ready for my brain to use that idea next time I dream, but that would be like a nightmare, you know, so not like a full-on nightmare. Not full-on nightmares, but I feel like every dream I've had about her has like felt really sour after. One of these times I just want to have a dream about her that's like, we just hang out, you know. That might be even worse of a dream to wake up from, to be honest, than any of the other ones. But, like, at the same time, it would feel nice in the moment, you know, like... I feel like having a dream about someone that's, like, gone, someone that's passed, and then waking up to realize, oh, it wasn't real. it's the same thing as just like living your life with that person and then them dying. You know, it's happy times and then bam, a sudden punch in the face. It's all over moment. So like maybe it isn't so bad. Everything from when I was born to when she died was just one long dream that I didn't realize I was having until I woke up. Damn, that's deep. I'm like in tired, sleepy mode right now, and like, I can't... I seem to not be able to have like regular logical thoughts very easy, but I just like produced one of the most like deep thoughts I think I've ever produced. That's kind of crazy. I'm nuts, dude. I should be like a philosopher. Yeah. I honestly might order food tonight. The fridge is plenty stocked with like pizzas, curry, ingredients for anything other than like ready-made microwave oven meals. But tonight I feel like I'm not in the mood, you know. For future nights after tonight, I would definitely opt for what's already in the kitchen over ordering food. Because believe it or not, I do care about saving money, but for just one more night, I kinda wanna pig out and be lazy and get like McDonald's or something. Speaking of which, I don't think I'm going to be streaming for too much longer. I'm surprised I've been speaking as much as I have been. And you're going to start to notice that slowing down a little bit. Because I'm in that state right now where speaking is putting me on the verge of like gagging and almost throwing up because my face is full of mucus and it feels disgusting to speak. So I will be ending stream relatively soon. I think probably when I wake up on the last day of spring, because I don't want to start the next session on the first day of a new season. I'll start the next session on the last day of spring. Do what I need to do, and then move into summer. That feels like a good plan. How much stone do I need? Just 50? I can do that. Put that there to dig and to get the stone. Smart. Can probably finish this quest today. I say probably. I can. I just need to actually collect stone. Instead of just walking by it all the time. Come on, not much left now. The month ends on the 28th, so tomorrow, 27th. So when I'm gonna talk to Robin about completing that quest. Ooh, I should get all my kegs made in advance too. I will pull together the kegs I already have made. Because why not, right? I have no reason not to. I'm only gonna be kegging starfruit. Right, I wanna go here. Back to the bus stop. Oh, right. But yeah, I'm glad I did this sort of stream where I just slowed down and like had a sort of between stream, if you know what I mean. Last stream was very progress heavy. Next stream might be very progress heavy, depends on how I feel. So yeah, to have a sort of in-between stream where it's like, I'm just going to chill, just do solely farm-related things. Like petting my animals, trying not to neglect them as much. Oh right, I don't even need to talk to Robin for those kinds of quests. But I do need to go to town to collect the prize ticket and turn it in. And if you don't mind, just to save myself a little bit of time here. One sec. I'm typing. Yeah, I was just responding to a DM, but yeah, if you don't mind, to save myself a little bit of time, I'm gonna order food before I end the stream. I honestly could have ordered it like 20 minutes ago and it still wouldn't have been here by the time I finished the stream, but if anyone wants to order my go-to from McDonald's, I have a pretty sexy order, if I do say so myself. I go for a large McCrispy meal. I get the fries as a side, whatever soda I'm in the mood for. I am in the mood for a large Coke. Sometimes I go for extra mayo. I feel like today is an extra mayo kind of day. Then alongside that, I get a 20 piece. I usually run just 2 barbecue dips and then 2 of a different type of dip. I think I'm gonna go with the sweet and sour this time. I get free fries with that too. That's cool. I always add it, but I almost never eat the extra fries, but they're free, so I take them. And I get free delivery, which is awesome. You know, one time I ordered McDonald's. It's actually become a small meme in the friend group, mainly between me and just one of my friends. My BFF, you could say. I keep forgetting to harvest these tea leaves, but that's fine. It's not like I'm gonna run out of tea leaves. When am I using them ever? But one time I ordered a McDonald's, they didn't pack the 20 piece. So we were in a VC and they were just talking, and then randomly I was like, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna scream, and then I muted to like make sure they really didn't pack the 20 piece. And they hadn't. And then so I went onto the website to list it as they didn't include it so that I could get a refund on that item. And while I was mad that I didn't get the 20 piece, it meant that technically my overall order was really cheap. Cheaper than it could have been if I had just ordered what I got. Because the inclusion of the 20 piece meant I was eligible for free delivery. But the uninclusion of the 20 piece meant that I was eligible for a refund on an item I didn't receive, so... But while that sentiment is true, I definitely would have preferred to have the 20 piece. Just be delivered. And is it just wood? Oh, that made me cringe looking at that. 35 of each of these. I don't care so much about the copper because I still have, you know, all this, like, almost a full stack of copper ore. Oops. Almost a full stack of copper ore unsmelted. But there we go. Now, I kinda don't want this to go away. The, God, what do you call it? Let's mix seeds and sap. That might be difficult, actually. I don't want the... Oh, sap and clay. It doesn't even take fiber. I guess that makes sense, but... There is a trick. Where if you plant fiber seeds... I heard about this. You plant fiber seeds. And... it will preserve the land. It says takes 7 days to grow though. And part of me feels like if I go through with a pickaxe to unplant it, it will get rid of the stuff anyway. I feel like that's probably the case. So I won't go through with that, but I will make some room here to plant my kegs. I could plant them in 2 rows of 24 or 4 columns of 12. Oh, but the columns wouldn't be... Yeah, I could do 4 rows of 12. And that will be symmetrical looking. Nice. For a second I was like, what? But then I realized I didn't place the last one. Oh right, I already checked in there. Sorry for my iPad kid coughing. Gotta take everything I need from in here. Pet the animals. Same for this. Today I'm just gonna sell these. I think I saved up plenty stuff for more omelets already by now. And I'm gonna wrap up the day and the stream. Grabbing this and turning it in for 5 crab cakes. I could go check to see. Okay, no new quest posted there. I think it's 1 every 2 days. So every even numbered day, I guess. One of the achievements is to craft every recipe, or at least one of the things needed for perfection is you need to craft every recipe. And I don't think I've ever crafted ancient seeds like this. Because obviously you get ancient seeds from... Like when you donate this ancient seed to Gunther, he gives you ancient seeds, and then from there you can get ancient fruit. Turn that straight back into seed packets. So I would need to find another ancient seed and craft that. I might make a few more of these. And while I'm not going to do anything with them yet, I'm going to leave them in here and make sure I remind myself at some point next stream to make a larger section of mystic trees. I don't know where, but somewhere. To get more of the good stuff out of them. I wonder if it's worth using the treasure totems as well. Not just in different places of the map. Say like the beach or the mountains or the forest. But potentially in the desert and on Ginger Island as well. Something to think about. For now though... yeah. I'm going to end the session in the stream. And I'll catch you again hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I don't not feel like streaming, you know. Hopefully tomorrow I'm in the mood for more Stardew. But that'll be it for today. Peace. Well, actually, I pieced too early. Let's let the prophet come in. I forgot I always end during the mornings, not right before I sleep. Okay, now I'm going. Goodbye.